Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the London Bulldogs. This is Derrick Henry, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The play clock's running down. Back to throw. Rich. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now, saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney! No. Back there, not Philly! Here we go!
They're going to look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd down following the run. Again to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Six yards to go here on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Rich. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw on 2nd down. Rich. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll go again to McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
All right, now look at the
second down. It's McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They get this in the hands of their speedster, Dorsett. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 35 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
This is Henry trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looking to throw on second down. Rich. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
To throw on second down. Rich. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run with Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ohio. Let's go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
You got four down.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. This is Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Again, it's Cohen, and he'll be knocked down sideways at the 15-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Rich. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Seahawks. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Rich. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Fairley. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 25 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw on second down. Rich. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Rich. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The play clock's running down. Back to throw. Rich. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So the offense lining up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. Looking to throw. Rich flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back to the NFL, here we go. Watching that ball.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. B-19.
Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Watching now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
10th carry now for McCoy. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
Here we go now.
Oh, look at this play call. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Rich. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to the air on 2nd down. Rich. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on third down, Rich. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Rich. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Rich. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
there.
You think
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now this time he'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Back to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 51 yards. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. They'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On second down, here's Henry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They try again with Cohen. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory, moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.